Okay, so good morning once again. Just like I said, this is going to be a mixed experience, combined experience on bioinformatics and some of the basic ingredients of YouTube. So where I'm going to start today with you taking the pre-lecture quiz. Take the pre-lecture quiz. So I think it is displayed for you already. Pre-lecture quiz. You have only 10. So go on with the quiz. We have only 10 minutes for that. Pre-lecture quiz. Bioinformatics pre-lecture. Can you see question 1? What is the question? What is question 1? Okay, that's it. That will be on for only the next few seconds. If I were you, I would take note of those questions so that it will serve as a guide while the lectures will be going on, because you are still going to do the post-lecture test. So, and this should serve as a guide, because whatever you have here in the pre-lectures section is still going to be what you are going to have um, during the lecture. You can also take some videos while this lecture is going on that later you can also upload on your channel, even if just 1 minute, 2 minutes, so that it's still going to be used to populate your channel. So you can take videos that is related, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Even if you want it the whole hour, it's very possible. And there are some AI tools that even if you have 5 hours lectures or 5 hour videos, if you want to clip them into reels that you can use for other social media handles, you can still have them. Okay. So question 3. Don't forget, I said this is going to be a kind of combined class. How can you monetize your digital knowledge or your educational knowledge? It might not only be for bioinformatics alone. It can also be used in other for other purposes as well and other courses as well. So not only for bioinformatics alone. How many of you can see question 4? Once you get to 4, let me know as displayed. Okay. How many of you have seen question 5 displayed? Question 5. Has it been displayed? Once you see it, let me know. Question 5. And question what? Questions. Okay. One of the reasons why I said you should try as much as possible to get a laptop. There are some websites. Sorry, there are some topics in bioinformatics that you cannot do them with the use of your phone. So that is why. Okay. Question 8 is displayed already. Nine displayed. So immediately after the submission, the next thing is we will go to the lecture in full. Already we are like almost 3 hours behind the schedule. Lecture that I was supposed to have started latest by 9:15. I think this is almost 2 hours behind. So how many of you have seen question 9 now? Question 9. Okay. So the upper weekend is when you are going to write your tests mid-semester for this bioinformatics. And the method it is going to take, I am going to let you know. Okay. So submit Make sure you also submit on the comment section. Or has number 10 not been displayed? So you should submit. 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 Please submit. Submit, and let's go straight to the next session. The next session is going to be earn and learn. You learn and earn. Who has not submitted? So please, let's focus on the next section. So this one is titled Earn, Teach Bioinformatics. That is for me as a lecturer. But for you, you are to learn and earn. You are learning bioinformatics, then you also want to earn as well. So that is that. Just like I told you that our main focus for having a YouTube channel, that I ask you to create a YouTube channel, is just to make sure that every one of you monetize your experience. Okay, whatever experience or any skill that you know, without knowing how to put it into money these days, is like just a time wastage. And don't forget that I have been sounding it to you several times that the next few years, anybody that cannot work effectively with online, that is using your digital skill, might not be able to fit well into the next era. So that is that. So the demand disconnects. Now let us look at the one of the reasons why everybody, every one of you, whether you're a student, whether you're a lecturer, if you cannot be earning, if you cannot be making money extra, apart from maybe the money you are getting from your parents or even the money you are getting from sponsors, honestly speaking, you are just wasting a very huge resources. In fact, when you look at Nigeria, for example, and some other countries, they have where they are making their money might just be through one source. For example, in those days, it used to be only through crude oil that Nigeria is making huge amount of money. The world, the money that we have in digital markets or digital world nowadays is more than the money they make from crude oil. And this time, it is no longer available to only government officials. It is available to I and you. Once you are a phone user in Nigeria and you have your internet and you have your handset or what you can call a phone, cell phone already, you should be, it is expected that at least you should be earning. It might not be too big, but at least you should be earning from it. When we look at the digital market, the digital market is increasing. It started increasing from the year 2020, and it has increased to more than 325 billion US dollar. So, and I told you, and I've been telling you all this while, that if you have any digital knowledge or digital skill, it is not a skill that is localized. It is not a skill that it has to be only in your school that people will be seeing it. When you have any digital skill you are you have the whole world that are going to be your customers. They are potential customers of your products, of your digital product. That's the reason why I want you to start making it as a business, that every day, if not every day, at least 2-3 times in a week, you should be able to upload videos, reach out to people on your social media pages, create monetizable products so that people, one way or the other, although you might still be saying that you are still student, but I know so many people that are making cool money from TikTok. So you can also do that. And let me tell you one thing: the money you are making in TikTok, if you are to be monetized on YouTube, it is times 100. Go and ask. If you have followers in TikTok and there's a way you can convert those followers to your active subscribers in YouTube, they will be making billions of dollars. So you should know. Now, when you now look at this 325 billion USD dollar, now look at where we have that yellow, less than 3% are African science graduates that are creating content. So we have huge resources that are untapped, that less than 3% are from Africa. So you can rightly say, that's why the other time when I was teaching you, I told you that you, no matter how you might think that you are nobody, you don't know anything, you are better off than some people. Somebody is already that product, that sellable skill that you have. There are some people that they don't have it and they will be looking for it at any cost. So that's why these days you see a lot of people. In fact, um, you see a lot of people that are competing. Most we have a lot of online learnings and the rest. When I was thinking maybe I am going to be maybe online lectures and all this one is this. When the other day when I got to UI and I saw a lot of lecturers that already they have their YouTube and that is the only channel that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that In terms of economy, you talk about if you have any product, you'll be thinking of, am I going to get buyers? If I get buyers, would they like it? So we are saying that this is a market that is not too competitive. If you say, okay, I want to be selling um, menswear now, you can see how many people that are already into that. You say, I want to be selling jewelries, physical shop. That's what you want to invest on. You see a lot of people, some of them will even buy from you and not even pay you. They will buy on credit. You expose yourself. There are certain places that you cannot even go and sell your products. But once you have a content that it is a globalized world that is already waiting, you are reaching them. That is a market, a resources that is actually waiting for you. So students across Africa are actively searching for clear, culturally relevant explanation of complex science topics. Now, the problem now is there are a lot of problem that we have in Africa. How many people, how many content that are available on internet, that are available in in our libraries, that you can boast of them that this person is from my tribe. This person is an African. In fact, most of the, for some of you that are in microbiology, Prescott, if you want to get very good textbooks, very good content, we'll be talking about authors that are non-Africans. But once you have it online, you have content that is being made in Africa, and you are also keying into that same vision of you creating content that are culture, from your culture. Over there, we have a lot of people. I used to know of one of my students. She did ND in SLT. So when she wanted to do HND, she now crossed to FST. In fact, well, I think maybe some days ago when I saw her online, I was so amazed with the number of followers. In fact, she was even talking. You will even think that she's an Oyibo person. So what I'm saying in essence is one of the reasons why mathematics is still very difficult for some of us is because mathematics is not an indigenous, it's not being taught in indigenous language. It's not being taught from somebody that is culturally related to us. But once you are also joining people that will be making content, whatever you learn, you turn it into content and you are also creating it. That means you are reaching out to a lot of people over there. So the educator will fill this gap early. So hence both income and influence. Income and influence. People will know you while you are making your own money. I know of somebody that his own way of learning AI tools is that he will learn the AI tools and he will create the content in Yoruba. Go and check number of his followers. Go and see how much he's making. So you just say, we want to teach you Microsoft Excel. He will be saying all this in Yoruba language. So what we are saying in essence is once you are able to indigenize, once you are able to create content that are meant that is being made by an Africa, you have a lot of you are going to have a lot of influence on a lot of people. So then, apart from that, you also be learning income. Okay. Now, let's now focus our subjects, and the subject is bioinformatics. Now, when you look at my own channel, or let me just look at me as a kind of model, you will see that I focus my own content on not too popular area. not too popular area, not too many people knows about bioinformatics. Not too many people. You can have a lot of biologists, you can have a lot of environmental biologists, you can have a lot of microbiologists, but in terms of bioinformatics, only few people know about that. That is to tell you that is going to now be what is called my own niche. So what we are saying is, if you want to create a channel, if you want to start making content, you should look for the area that not too many people, but you have advantage over them. So, and this area is what comprise of biology, computer science, statistics, all together in one field called bioinformatics. So, as a bioinformatician, you are combining those areas together. So how do we make sense of enormous amounts of biological data using computer? That has been the problem. Remember our past lectures. I have told you that the numbers of Human Genome Project. I told you the cumbersomeness of Human Genome Project, that we have a lot of data that not human being cannot even finish analyzing it. So, and that's why they now introduce what is called bioinformatics. So this is a sweet spot, very, very sweet, because if you are a bioinformatician, the world will be looking for you. Not that you, in fact, people will be looking for you, not you looking for people. So one of the fastest growing life science fields globally, plus high search volume by university students, plus critically low supply of local teaching resources. Many people are looking for it. Many people over there, not only people from the polytechnics. The other day I told you that if you have any polytechnics in Nigeria that is offering bioinformatics, it should not be more than one or two. So to actually tell you, go and check. If you are a microbiologist, check other people from other institutions, polytechnic, and ask them if they are offering any course that is called bioinformatics. You might not even see them. Not even talk of, not even in university, only few of them. So what we are saying in essence is EduInteractAI has actually gotten a way of filling that space of bioinformatics. That is our own niche here. Now, the economics of educational content. Don't make noise. The economics of educational content. Now, I want to psyche your understanding. I remember during the AI training, the first question, and one of the questions that the facilitator asked is that why are they in this place as students? You see, there is nobody. The ultimate goal of every man is how to make money. If you just say, me, do you know what? You just say, me, I am just a free giver. I am a professor. I am this and I am that. I just want to become a professor that everything I want to do is just to be reading. If you are a professor and you don't have money, you don't know how to make money, honestly speaking, somebody with just a messenger is just going to rubbish you along the line. So what we are saying in essence is every content, if you learn anything new in your education, maybe it might not be only in bioinformatics, as a biologist, you should be thinking of how can you use that knowledge to make money for yourself, not only for others. Because if you are not rich, your community will not even value you. But don't forget that I told you that you must have the income from your content as well as the influence. In this place now, you can't even. I remember when I started all this, a lot of talk here and there, and then I was just looking at them, because they don't know what is trending. Don't know what to say. I remember some people are saying, he's using us to make money. He's using us to make this. I just ask them very simple question. So do you now think that if you are visiting any website, not even my own website too, are you not paying to somebody? You're paying to them. If you watch movie on YouTube, you are paying them. So it is just because all those one they are local people. That is it. That they will not think that instead of me to go and watch this person's video, let me go and watch another person's video. That is their own problem. So what I'm saying is economics of educational content. The blue, you can see the gray, that is the educational channel, and the entertainment channel, that is in what color is that one? What color is that one? Is that black or blue? Dark? Is that navy? Hmm? The ladies, what color is that? I don't know. What color is that? Now, what we are saying is that once you are creating, we want to compare educational channels with educational content and with channels with entertainment in terms of their money making. Let us see how much, I mean, which of these areas can generate more income for you. Educational channel earn 4 times to, I mean, 2 times or 4 times more because advertisers pay premium rates to reach students and researchers. So if you are just focusing on entertainment and somebody else is focusing on educational content, the person that is focusing on educational content will make times 2 to times 4 of what you will be making as a entertainment content. And that is exactly, look at the advertiser dollars. YouTube retain, if you make 1,000, let's say you are making $10,000 on YouTube, 45% will go to YouTube itself, and the rest will be for you. Creators receive RPM. So that means if they are paying you at the end of your monetized period, you are earning like what? You are earning 55% of it. Now let's now look at this map. Strategic African creators targets global English speaking audience. So those ones that have educational content in Nigeria, they are paying them between 0.30 to 1.5 cost per minute. Okay. Then in US, the same content, but in US, look at how much they will be paying them. So that is to tell you that those educational content in US and UK, they will be earning how many 0.30 can you get from 5? More than 5,000%. So that's why we now see some of our content creators that whenever they want to open their channel, they will just go and use a VPN of UK and all the rest, so that when they are earning money, they will be earning money as if they are in the UK. However, if they should catch you, YouTube will just ban your channel straight. Straight. So that is you should know. Don't forget, those are the basic things that you must know. Then the YPP, YouTube Partner Program threshold. That is, how many subscribers that do you need to make to monetize your channel? How many? Huh? 1,000. 1,000 confirmed active subscribers. Okay. Then watch hour is 4,000. 4,000 watch hour. So immediately after that, they will now link you with Google AdSense. That's when your YouTube will just get to the level that while people are watching your videos, you'll be seeing them advertising a lot. So that is to tell you that your channel is already being what? Monetized. Okay. So two-step verification, you will see all these as you go. Why I'm going through all this is just because I've told you one of the reasons why I asked you to open a YouTube channel. Then apart from that, that's what you'll be using from next week by the grace of God. Then the anatomy of monetizable video content. So before they will be able to pay for your video, number one, there must be what is called the hook. The hook. And that hook must be between 0 and 5 seconds. So when you are just starting your video, it's not just you are not just starting it anyhow. If you want people to be looking for your video elsewhere, that means you should have what is called the hook. That hook means that you must state a clear promise or relatable problems immediately. For example, when you want to create any video about bioinformatics, one of the hook that you can say is that, are you looking for a content that you can learn and earn at the same time? That is the hook. People that see that will be looking for wanting to see what you want to tell them. Not exaggeration. No. There are so many exaggerated videos that you have, and that is where people will be rushing to. But at the end of the day, if they reach monetization level and they do not have consistent views, so your hook should be able to have what? Then audio must be greater than the video. So viewers abandon audio in 30 seconds. Had it been what you are uploading is just audio, in 30 seconds, they will just, if your audio is not good at all. For example, no matter how intelligent you could be, if you are making any video that your voice is cracking, the audio is not too audible, so you just discover that once they see it, people just drop your video. So that's the reason why you must make sure that in the environment you are making your video, you should be able to have a very good audio as well. Okay. And they said 5,000 with 5,000 and 15,000, you can buy what is called lapel mic. Do you know what they call lapel mic? The mic that you attach here. Very, very between 5 and 5,000. 15,000. You can buy it. You might not have money. When I started, I didn't have money to buy all this. When I started, and I think now I have up to 4. But that time, that's why I said when you go to my my first video, generator noise, other disturbing children around, you'll be hearing their voices around. Okay. So what we are saying in essence is you will grow along the line. But the one you can still afford is between 5,000 and 15,000. You can buy a lapel mic. And that lapel mic is, you can make use of you attach one. There are two. Then you have the engine. One, just plug it on your phone, attach it on your phone, then you attach that one. So there's a distance that you can also do. Okay. And if I want to make a promise, and the promise is, if I watch your video, your channel, and you have very good content there, I think it's something I can even support you with some of all this. Then I'm going to issue out a form later, membership form. Anybody that wants to learn any of these skills, they should indicate, and we'll be able to, apart from this general class issue, if you want to learn all this, it's going to be this. I can be teaching you for free, but I'm not going to certificate you for free. I can be teaching you for free, but my certificates I can't issue out for free. So that is the only condition there. Okay. Apart from the audio, there is what we call SEO metadata. SEO. S means searchable engine optimization or optimizer. So what we are saying is, before you just give, at least your video must have a title. Abi? It must have a title. And that title, you must make sure that when anybody search for it anywhere throughout the world, they can see it. And there are, although there are different types of training experience that can actually get you into that level. So then your title must also have what is called the keywords. What people are looking for on Google. Don't forget that Google, the owner of Google, is the owner of YouTube. I know you, I'm very sure you know that. The owner of Gmail, they are the owner of YouTube now. So anything you are searching, anything you are putting on the YouTube in form of title, they must be searchable on the Gmail, on the Google. That means you must pack it with keywords. For example, how to learn bioinformatics without coding. In that title alone, there are certain keywords there. Bioinformatics is a keyword. Without coding is a keyword. So that anybody that is saying without any tech knowledge anywhere can easily see it there. Okay. Then, as I told you, your channel name is very, very important. Channel name is very, very important, and it must be related to your content. You will not call your channel game and you be dancing. You won't say educational content, and the next thing is that you'll be talking about comedy. No, except you are using that comedy to pass a kind of knowledge, to educate people. That's the only thing. So that is very, very important. Okay. Then originality. In fact, I told you, I think I warned you. I said, don't upload any video that you are using the bench audio as interface. It's what I've experienced. In fact, there was one time, I think that should be malaria. Every April 25th. Every April 25th is March Malaria Day. TB Day is March 24. Okay. There was one of that day, I think last year, 2025. I've already made a video content that is going to be in form of educating people on malaria that time. So all of a sudden, as soon as I uploaded it, the next thing, the YouTube just sent me a warning, just flagged me and removed my video. And once they remove your video, once they will give you warning, once the next one, they will delete your channel. Don't forget, you've already managed to have 980 subscribers. Then you're already getting up to 3,900 watch hour, and you now uploaded a video or another person's music, and they cancel your YouTube. That means you are starting all over again. So that's why you have to be very, very, originality is very, very important. what I'm doing now, I'm uploading it on YouTube. It's very original. You cannot see anybody that will claim, because they have what is called copyright. If you use another person's music or audio, they can sue you for $100 billion, whereas you have not made even $100. So that's the reason why originality, please, is very, very important. It's very, very important. And there are some other ways, but although there are some other ways that you can repurpose them, don't you know that there are some AI, like Zuno AI, like 3 or 4, that just generate the lyrics. They generate the lyrics, go and put it there. The next thing is that AI will start playing the music for you that you can use as your underground this. Okay. The video I made yesterday on toxicology, you will see that the first thing was you had some music. It was generated using AI. So you can use that as a. In fact, since that day they flagged me. And any video that they flag, even if you have 1 million subscribers on it, it's gone. In fact, even if they remove your video, it's better than for you to be charged to court. So please, it's very, very important. Then another thing is that there must be a clear focus, topic focus. Like, what is BLAST? That is bioinformatics. What is BLAST? Everything about bioinformatics. You will see that that is targeting what? Targeting bioinformatics. Everybody that sees it is that, oh, this one has a focus. But you say, you talk about chemistry, then you are talking about comedy, you are still talking about educational, you are talking about another thing like comic videos and all the rest. You see that then consistency. Consistency is what YouTube will always repay. They will reward you if you are so consistent. It's not YouTube is quite different from any other social media channel. If you know that it is only once that you want to be uploading a month, make sure it is consistent. Not that you upload one this week, next week they won't see you, another 4 months you won't upload again. That means you are not a serious this. So YouTube is a serious business. Let me tell you, it's a serious business. Those that are making it like that, they must have. In fact, you see, then once again, don't listen to those ones that will say, get your channel monetized in 24 hours. It's a lie. It's a lie. They're just selling that content to gain their own subscribers. It's not easy. So if you know that you want to uploading every week, make sure that you are consistent with it. Consistency is that they see you regularly. That is, you are regular, not that today you are not there, tomorrow they won't see you. Then you see YouTube, there's what you call YouTube algorithm. I told you what an algorithm is, Abi. Algorithm means that these are steps. That is, from step 1 will lead you to step 2, will lead you to step 3, and so on and so forth. If at a point in time, it will take some time for YouTube to get used to you, your content. But once the YouTube gets used to your content, YouTube will be recommending it. You will see how many content that will just pop up from your phone. And if you there are some people that will just want to open it. By opening it, YouTube has recommended it like that. So before you get to that level, they must have seen you that the content you are making is original. The content you are making, you have a clear focus. The content you are making is consistent, and you have a keyword and all this. Now, the exponential growth of bioinformatics. This one is just like I've told you, I've taught you this. That is the history of bioinformatics, which started 1965 when the first protein sequence was when protein sequence database was created, to the year 2020, and that was the year 2020 was the era of COVID-19, and I told you that it was as a result of bioinformatics that they were able to decipher uh, the, the genome of COVID-19. Now, what are the subdisciplines and real-world content opportunities? Subdiscipline in bioinformatics and real-world content opportunity. Don't forget that I told you that this week, today, what we are doing today is like we are using a double barrel approach, learning bioinformatics, then learning some of the basic way of you growing your YouTube channel. Okay, so academic focus, like if you are focusing on genomes, okay, I won't dwell too much on this. Then, what are the core bioinformatics tools? Core bioinformatics tools. That is, where can you focus? I have also given you this database. That is a gene bank. If you have nucleotide database, we are looking for what we are looking for is a DNA sequence storage and RNA. You go to gene bank. Uniprot, the meaning is universal protein resources, and you can see that at uniprot.org. PDB, that is protein database, where if you are interested in three-dimensional structures of protein, go to rcsb.org. Then I also mentioned Example, that is a genome browser, annotated multi-space genome, and example is another one is a ribosomal RNA database, where you can talk of alignment and taxonomy. That is ARB hyphen silver.de. Okay, those are the core bioinformatics. So that is, you should bear all this in your mind. Now, as a digital student, as a student of bioinformatics, I expect, and I'm still expecting, that at least, if you don't know any other thing, make sure you are learning how to use artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. So, in that AI training, they told you, the facilitator told you that a time is coming, that in fact you must have been seeing it pumping up on your phone, that you just see that if you don't have artificial intelligence certificates or anything that will indicate that you know better than others, AI will not replace you, but somebody that knows how to use AI will replace you, will take your job. So AI cannot help you to clean your house. It will not be the one that will clean your house. It will not be the one that will teach you. But AI, people that knows how to make use of AI, will be the one that will now take your job. So that is that's under normal circumstances, the core bioinformatics databases, you should be able to learn how to use all this. Now, NCBI blasts. Okay, I remember we started, I think even before we started counting weekends. Okay, I remember the first lecture was on blasts, that is basic local alignment sequence tools, how to use them, where I talked about pairwise alignments and multiple alignments, and which I also gave you a query. I made mention of query and the subject, where I said, how can you blast when you retrieve a sequence? How can you blast and so on? Now, if what you have is nucleotide query. Nucleotide query. The nucleotide database that you can use for that is called BLASTN. And if you have protein database, that is when you have the nucleotide, so you make use of a BLASTX. If you go to NCBI, you will see all this. Protein query, if what you have is a nucleotide, that means you make use of T BLASTN and BLASTP as well. Then translated all this. Okay, so, and don't forget, I told you that what we mean by BLAST means that you are comparing, you are bringing two sequences together and you are looking at their point of similarities and their point of differences. And I remember I also gave you the importance of e-values. That is, what do we mean by e-values? Then how can e-values can be useful in diagnosis of diseases? Okay. Now, as a beginner, as a beginner, these are your tool stack or tool kits. That is, what should be in your bag. The first one is that mastering just blasts, mastering blasts, Galaxy, and by Python, we cover 90% of undergraduate coursework requirement. So what we are saying in essence is that even if you are going to do bioinformatics from 100 level to 500 level, once you are still an undergraduate, if you know how to blast, if you know how to make use of a Galaxy Web, if you know how to use a Python, honestly speaking, you have already gotten 90% of what is needed. So the level one is that you will start with tier one, and that's the level. I don't know if some of you are even at that level yet, because that is when you'll be making use of browser based. I'll just ask you, go to internet, go and get about NCBI. You don't need to download anything. It is available for free. That is at tier, the level one. At level two now, that is when you now be using Galaxy. Use galaxy.org. For example, now, my project student, that is the level they have. That level is that they will do, there are some that they will install in their own system, some software that it will be installed in their system, and they will be able to make use of a Galaxy to design drug, to design vaccine, to do genomics analysis, and some others like that. That is that level there. That is level two. Now, the highest level, which is level three, is what is called programmatic by Python and BioPython. Okay, this is learning another language. The way learning another language or learning program. There was a time I said anybody that is interested in Python, learning Python should indicate. Okay, so Python is a different language entirely. So that is when you'll be making use of a different language like Python to understanding bioinformatics. Then the last level now, which is a general level, is the advanced alignment and the use of phylogenetics, where you will learn cluster W, that is a software, how to use Mozul, then how to also use MAFT, pipe conductor, and learn R program, the use of Mega and Genome. There are some of these that we also do in the course of this training. Now, the next thing now that you should focus is which some of you might be asking yourself now, if I want to give names to my channel now, or my own niche. You know what they call niche? Okay, niche is a role. Which role do you want to perform? Which role do you want your channel to perform? That is, in the whole of ecosystem, we have primary producers, we have secondary consumers, we have primary consumers as well. Those are their niche, those are their roles. So you as an undergraduate, you that want to be an educational content maker, where should your niche be? The first one is that if you just say science education, biology, or health, it is too broad. It is what? Too broad. You now say uh, um, Lacoste education, Lacoste health, Lacoste, all these are what? Too broad. Then the next one is when you now say blast tutorial for Arabidopsis or hematological values in Lagos slum children. All these are too narrow. Pharmacokinetics, they are too narrow, and that means not everybody. So how do you want people to understand what is pharmacokinetics? Look at that jaw-breaking pronunciation, pharmacokinetics. Anybody that now see that will just run away. So your channel should not be too broad. Your channel name should not be too broad. It should not be too narrow. Then what is going to be right? For example, bioinformatics based in African biology, medical microbiology, and so on, malaria treatment, this one. All these are just too right. Specifically, for you to have loyal subscribers, you should be able to do what? Let your SEO be simplified. That is, your topic, your channel should be available, should be searchable. When people are looking for just their own ordinary information, let it be that it is going to be your channel name that will just pop up. So, and once, for example, now I'm very sure if they are mentioning bioinformatics channel, if your channel is not coming up and you said you are a bioinformatics specialist, that means there's problem somewhere. So that is that. So once your channel name is so right, is appropriate, that means you are establishing yourself in that niche and you are becoming an authority in that area. So, for example, everybody knows that if we are talking about in music industry, we are talking about hip hop, you know the number of artists they will be talking about. And if we are talking about Afro, people that we. So, and out of all those, there are some that they will just carve their own authority. That you cannot talk of, once you say you are talking about music industry or you are talking about hip hop, oh, you are listing Olamide, who again? Wizkid and all this one. So if they are not among the first three, honestly speaking, that means there's problem with them. So that is how to be an authority in on YouTube. Then now this one is going to expose you to what EduInteract content formula. That's our content. That means that's my formula. The first one is know it. The first goal of EduInteract is that do you know the what? Any topic. Any topic, any field, any research area. The first thing is know it. The second level is simplify it. You should be able to simplify it to the level that everybody, at least there are some people that no matter what, even if you have super teachers for them, they won't know, they won't learn anything. So, but at least as a EduInteract content formula, our own goal is number one, you should be able to know it, simplify it, structure it, optimize it, and you publish it. So that is, you can see how long it actually took me to be able to get set for this lecture. That's when I now said you should do this and was trying to mix things together so that one way or the other, not only you that will see it, you will also So now there's going to be a challenge. There's going to be a challenge. And this challenge, anybody that can make it up, how much should I promise the person? What price should I give to the person? 100 is too much. Huh? Anybody that can meet up with this challenge, let me promise 50K. 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 Okay. So what is going to be that challenge? What's going to be that challenge? Is going to be a 10 video challenge. 10 video. Okay. Now, the first video is going to be who you are and what you teach, what you want people to know about that. The second one is bioinformatics. What is bioinformatics? The third one is solution, how to use NCBI. That one is then the fourth level is can I study without coding? Tutorial, V words. Tutorial, align DNA using, you can't do it. You can't do it. It's too complex. So maybe I will give you another question for the challenge. So, I'm going to give you another challenge, but it's going to be uploading 10 videos. Okay. Now, multi-stream creators ecosystem. So you as a YouTuber, potential YouTuber, because I want to believe that already every one of you will also want to key in into this vision of having a YouTube channel that some people could be looking for it over there in order to solve their own problem. So if you are your niche, you must carve your niche to solve certain problem. If your content is not solving any problem, people will not be looking for it. You should know that. If it is not solving any problem, people will not be looking for it. So specialized scientific knowledge is no longer confined to the lecture hall. Honestly speaking, gone were those days that lecturers will just come and they will teach you from morning to night, use marker, simplify it, write equation for you, and on chalkboard or on whatever marker board that you have. Now, what is invoked now is online. It's for you to be able to make content. Listen to it. Huh? Listen to it. That's content on this. In fact, YouTube has actually helped me to learn a lot of difficult things in life. Something that I wouldn't have been able to know if not because of YouTube. So what I'm saying in essence is that gone were those days that teaching, learning would just become about lecture hall. They don't have venues, they don't have this, they don't have that, that we should tell the management to do this. I said, not possible. He said, I said, it's not possible. For example, now, look at, even here, it also needs fixing. Abi, look at the lab. Look at everywhere. How much? And government is not paying 100%. How much are we going to use to build more classrooms? Equip it with the modern this thing. I said, see, and that's what I advise the management. The management should, number one, make all lecturers should be able to use what I'm using online. See, there are a lot of risks. There are a lot of risks. If not because of your how will I describe you? How should I describe you? If not because of that, you don't even supposed to be coming to school. Just give this, you just, or at the four corner of your room. That's when you just open, listen, and you make comment, and that's all. Don't need to waste still fair here. You don't need to expose yourself. Some of you will trek. All those wouldn't have been there had it been all of us are in the same page. And whether you like it or not, that is where we are going. We might not have been able to get to that level. Time is coming. You know, there are some people, some professors that do not even know how to give all this online this. So what we are saying in essence is that in the next few years, just discover that all the professors, you can be professors and you don't need to come to the classroom to come and give your lectures. In your four corner, I have a place whereby me and people that have visited me, this my studio is here and my bed is one side. Once I finish doing anything and I'm feeling like sleeping, just sleep over there. So what I'm saying in essence is this is the era. This is the era that just forget about lecture rooms. You should be thinking of my own boy, just 15 years, used to ask me of data. He just sent to me data this. And you know, let me tell you, should I tell you something? So you won't say that maybe I'm boasting. That was what he used. The last jump they did, he scored for the first time 306. So what I'm trying to tell you is that at that level, and how at a point in time, people as I said, see. In fact, some of them is just the junior brother who just send me video. Daddy, I use this AI to edit this video. She will send it to me. Then will send it to me, and they are still very, very small. So if at that level, that should be a challenge to you. That if we are talking about that at secondary school level and you are at university, polytechnic level higher institution, and don't forget that the world over there, when they need it, when you will need it, nobody will say, I'm sorry, let me go and learn it. No, you grow along with it. But don't still forget that why I'm castigating you that you don't know anything, you don't do this, you are better off than even so many students, even in this school. Some of them, you don't. Very, very better. Very, very better. In fact, ẹ̀yin gangan, ó yẹ kí. So that is that, okay. And with this and all the rest, let me just try and rush through what we have learned so far. In this presentation, I told you that the aims and objective of this is to be able to learn and earn at the same time while you are learning bioinformatics. Okay. I told you also that the world over, the the resources, the amount of money that the global e-market is worth more than 325 billion USD dollar. And apart from that, we only have localized content or Africanized content that is less than 3% out of this. Okay. And I also describe bioinformatics for you as combination of biology, computer science, bioinformatics, and statistics. Okay. And I now said bioinformatics is the fastest growing life sciences, that anybody that is learning bioinformatics is learning globally. And it has the high search volume by university students. That is, university students are looking for contents that is related to bioinformatics. Okay. Apart from that, I now also give you the economics of the educational contents. Okay, where I said educational channels make as much as between 2 to 4 times better than in entertainment channel. Then I also told you about YPP, that is YouTube Partner Program Threshold, which you must have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 valid public watch hours before you will be monetized. Then I also told you about what should be, how can you analyze any video. If you are looking for any video on YouTube and that YouTube video does not have a hook, the video is, I mean, the audio is very, very what? Very, very poor in terms of audio. Then the metadata, that is SEO, I call SEO for you as searchable what? Engine optimizer, okay, or search engine optimizer. So which must contain, your topic must contain the required number of keywords, okay. Then apart from that, your video content must be original. I said must have a very clear focus. Then you must also be consistent. Then your channel name is very, very important. Should be directly related to the video content you are creating. Then I also mentioned about the sub-discipline in bioinformatics and the real world application of it. So if you are learning genomics, that is very useful in cancer genomics and target therapy. And if you are talking about proteomics, it's very related in drug discovery and protein ligand interaction. Transcriptomics, that is RNA expression that will be used in the vaccine development. Then we are talking of metagenomics, that is talking about application or applicability in environmental samples, and that is going to be useful for gut microbiomes and microbial ecology. And if we are talking about phylogenetics, phyllo means evolution, genetics is coming from the origin, that is the use of evolutionary tree to be able to establish relationship. So if you know how to do evolutionary tree, that is talking about infectious diseases and variant tracking. That is, if you have that knowledge. Then apart from that, I also gave you some core bioinformatics tool that you must be able to know: GenBank, Uniprot, PDB, Assemble, and Silver. Apart from that, the NCBI Blast, I made mention of Blast N, Blast X, T blast N, blast P, and T blast X as well. You will see it there. Then as a beginner tool stack, that is the level at which you should start from level 1, which has to do with you depend solely on free NCBI, which is a browser based. As then you know how to use a Galaxy, that is second level. Then the level whereby you'll be depending on learning Python and some others. Okay. Then I also tell you about niche targeting. I define what a niche is all about. I gave you those example of too broad, too narrow, and just right. And I also structuralize EduInteract AI content formula, which has to do with know it, simplify it, structure it, optimize it, and publish it. That is a KS SOP. Okay. Then I also made mention of a 10 video challenge blueprint, which I said I am going to give you the challenge, and which is going to be later, and which is rewardable with 50,000 naira. And lastly, I made mention of multi-stream, that going by those days that you should think that if you want to learn anything, you have to go to the four wall of a class, of your lecture room. Now it is a place whereby you can reach them through your what? Through your video, so to say. So I don't know if anybody has any question before we'll take the post tests. Okay. Any question? Any question? Are you s- are you sure there's no question? Okay, let me give you this. Please, you will see what is displayed here now is what is called infographics. Infographics. the Bioinformatics YouTube blueprint, infographics. Okay, can you see it? So you in this place you should know what CPM means. RPM, what does it mean? Niche, what does it mean? Okay, because of our time, this is just to display this for you. So let's go straight to the next section. By now, I am very sure that you what know how to populate your channels now. Know how to populate your channel. Okay, you know the type of content you should. So if anybody is interested in, just like I told you, please just indicate, which I said I can teach, take everything, your knowledge and about anything free of charge. I will even take you to the level that I'll be getting contracts for you. You'll be making your cool money. Nobody will know it. So, but I need a serious-minded person, not somebody that will just do one thing, and this thing is better handled like a team. So please, the question is displayed already, so you will see it coming up. So do it. Has it been displayed? So you can. And let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. The digital market or the online ecosystem is such that there's no way you invest every kobo invested will be rewarded. Every kobo, take notes of what I said. Every kobo invested on online business or digital product is what? Is rewardable. You get it times VAT times thousands once you are consistent. If they pay you YouTube just for YouTube once, can turn you to billionaire. So don't forget the goal of today's lecture, that is earning while you are learning bioinformatics. So sincerely, I want to appreciate you for your listening attention. Don't forget that you are to populate your channel with very relevant videos, redesign and repurpose your channel name, looking at the brand name, generate your niche. This is going to be the role that you want to play while you are going to be rich online. Apart from that, um, you should be able to know how to maintain your subscribers base. I've told you. If you are soliciting for subscribers, uh, don't don't solicit for only them to subscribe. Tell them to watch the video as well as like and comment. So also help me to also like and comment on my own channel. Like and comment before you log out, and make sure your comments. Some of you just say good afternoon, good evening, well done. No, you are to comment related to the content. Do you understand? Related to the content of the videos you have watched. So comments related to the content of the video, not just good evening, well done. So it is on that note, I want to call it a day. I want you to submit now, submit, submit, and come and pick, submit.